Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics Tricks. So let's start with the projectile DPP 5, and in this we have question number 1. A man runs across the rooftop of a tall building and jumps horizontally with the hope of landing on the roof of the next building, which is at a lower height than the first. If his speed is 9 meter per second, the horizontal distance between the two buildings is given 10 meter and the height difference is 9 meter. Will he able to land on the next building? That is what we have to calculate. Okay, so let's see. Firstly, I'll just draw the building, first building. This is the first building and this is the second building which we have supposed to be. Right, so a man jumps off from the first building with a speed of what is called as 9 meter per second, and we have to see whether the range of this man will be 9 meter, right? And the height difference is given, range of this man is greater than 10 meter now, because the horizontal distance between the two buildings is given 10 meter and the height difference is given, and that is 9 meter. So we have to check whether the range of this man is greater than 10 meter or lesser than 10 meter. If range, as in the horizontal distance, traveled by man is greater than 10 meter, then we can say the man will be able to land on next building, isn't it? The man will be able to land on the next building. If not, he will be in great trouble, isn't it? Correct now. So we'll firstly calculate the range. Range formula we know, u root of 2h divided by g, which is equal to, what is u? 9. Root of 2 into h we have is 9 only, divided by g we have, and that is 10. So if you just calculate this, 9 into root of, this is 1.8. So root of 1.8 will calculate now. I'll just calculate just a minute. So it is given 9 times root 1.8, and that is approximately equal to 12.07. Range this man has is 12.07. So yes, he will be able to land on the next building, as you can write over here, as range of this man is greater than 10 meter, he can land on next building. So I hope this is clear. This is the first question which we have. Now the second question, the coordinates of the moving particle at any time t are given by x is equal to this, y is equal to this. The speed of particle at t is equal to 1 seconds is okay. Now see, x is equal to, this is given 3t cube. So what is the velocity of the particle in the x direction? Just differentiate this x variable with respect to time. You will get the velocity along the x-axis, and that is 3 d by dt of t cube. We know that x to the power n differentiation is n into x to the power n minus 1. Likewise, t to the power 3 differentiation is 3 into t to the power 3 minus 1. So you will get 9t squared. Okay, no problem. What is the velocity in the y direction? Just differentiate y coordinate with respect to time and you will get velocity in the y direction. So same thing over here also. the y is given over here, and that is 4t cube. So I'm putting over here. So d by dt of 4t cube. So you will get 4 times 3 into t to the power 3 minus 1, that is 12t squared. Now, net velocity, if you want, net velocity, the velocity along the x-axis into I hat plus velocity along the y-axis into j hat. So put all the values over here. So 9t squared in I hat plus 12t squared in j hat. So velocity, net velocity we want at t is equal to 1 seconds. So which is equal to 9 into 1 squared I hat plus 12 into 1 squared j hat, and as you can see, this is 9 I hat plus 12 j hat. This is the net velocity of the particle at 1 second, and we want in magnitude format. In magnitude format, as you can see, so magnitude of v net bar is equal to root of 9 squared plus 12 squared, so which is equal to root of 81 plus 144, and as you can see, this is 5 415 12 225, and 225 is the root of 15 meter per second. So I hope this is clear. In vector form it is 9 I hat plus 12 j hat, and in magnitude wise we have 15 meter per seconds. So this is the second question we have. Third question, a body is projected at time t is equal to 0 from a certain point on a planet surface with a certain velocity at a certain angle, and the planet's okay, so assume the horizontal and vertical displacement x and y given, okay, vary with time t seconds, x is equal to given, y is equal to maximum height that we want. Okay, no problem. So over here x is equal to given 10 root 3t, right? So we don't know whether on that planet what is the acceleration, right? So we have to see. So x is equal to this given, y is equal to 10t minus t squared. Okay. So over here we have what is called as the x is equal to, we can compare with this, u cos theta into t, and y is equal to u sin theta into t minus 1 by 2 a into t squared. So now if you just compare, you will get u cos theta as 10 root 3 and u sin theta as 10, and we have a by 2 is equal to 1, indicates a is equal to 2 meter per second squared. Okay, no problem. So therefore we want maximum height. Firstly we'll calculate what is called as tan theta. So we'll have 10 divided by 10 by root 3, and as in 1 by root 3. So from this theta we have is 30 degree, right? 30 degree. Once we got theta, acceleration we have, and the initial velocity. How to calculate initial velocity now? Initial velocity we can calculate by using this expression u sin theta. So u into sin theta is 1 by 2, which is equal to 10. So which is equal to u we have is 20 meter per seconds. Okay. Now we have everything we want for the maximum height. Maximum height formula is u squared sin squared theta divided by the acceleration on that planet. Right. So the h max we have, I'm putting all the values, 400 into sin squared theta as in 1 by 4 divided by 2, and as you can see, the maximum height which we got over here is 50 meters. So I hope this is clear. So all you need to do is just compare with the standard equation that we know. So this is the third problem. So I hope this is clear to you all. Now the next problem, fourth problem. A staircase contains 3 steps, each of 50 centimeter high and 20 centimeter wide. What should be the minimum horizontal velocity of a ball rolling off the uppermost plane so as to hit directly the lowest plane? So here they gave 3 steps. Like this. So this is the first, second, third, right? And what is the minimum velocity that this ball must have? what is the minimum velocity this ball must have so that this will hit the floor, right? Lowest floor we can say, right? Chalo, so it's okay. Minimum velocity we want, right? So how to find minimum horizontal velocity? See, if I say this ball is at this position, if this ball is at this position, that means it just away, right? Just beside this the second step, right? Or else we'll consider this as first step, this as second step, and this as the third step or the topmost step, right? So if I just say this ball is just beside this first step, this ball will definitely hit this ground or this level floor, isn't it? Okay, so for that, what is the height that it need to cover and what is the horizontal distance that this ball need to cover? Height that ball need to cover is 15 centimeter, 15 centimeter as in 30 centimeter, and the horizontal distance this ball has to cover is 20 centimeter, 20 centimeter as in 40 centimeter. So horizontal distance 40 centimeter, vertical distance 30 centimeter. So what is the initial velocity? So range formula we know, range is equal to u root of 2h divided by g. So r we have is 40 is equal to u we need to calculate, root of 2 into h we have is 15 plus 15 30 divided by the g is 10. Now we have to multiply this with 10 to the power minus 2 and this also with 10 to the power minus 2. Why? Because we took into centimeter and we have to convert it into meter. So you will get this as 0.4 is equal to u root of this as 0.6 divided by 10. So if you just calculate now, 0.4 is equal to u, this is into 0.1 root 6. So what is u? U we have is 4 divided by root 6. Just calculate the value of this. Now calculate the value of 4 divided by root 6. I'll just calculate, just a minute. 4 divided by root 6, you will get 1.63. So 1.63 meter per second is the minimum velocity that this ball should have so that it will hit the ground. Now in this 1 meter per second if I throw, it will not hit the ground. So 2 meter per second, 3 meter per second and 4 meter per second. In this if you see 2 meter per second is the answer. So I hope this is clear, right? So minimum possible is 1.63. If in the option if they give 1.63 as the answer, then that is also possible. More than this 1.63, all the values are possible, but they are asking the minimum horizontal velocity, and that is the reason I chose the 2 meter per second. So I hope this is clear. Now the next problem, a body is projected horizontally from the top of a hill with velocity 9.8 meter per second. The time elapsed before the vertical component of the velocity is twice the horizontal component of the velocity is okay. So over here, this is the this is the hill given supposed to be. One ball is thrown with a horizontal velocity of 9.8 meter per second. Now we want what is that time at which the horizontal component of the velocity and the vertical component of the velocity will have the relation in such a way that the vertical component is twice, means this is 19.6 meter per second of this horizontal component of the velocity. Okay, let's calculate. Time we need, final velocity is this one, initial velocity is 0. So initial velocity in the vertical direction is 0 meter per second. Final velocity in vertical direction we want is 19.6 meter per second with negative sign. G we have is minus 10, but they told to take 9.8 meter per second squared, and time we want. So use by first equation of motion, by first equation of motion, Vy is equal to Uy plus Ay into t. So Vy we have is minus 19.6 is equal to Uy we have is 0 minus 9.8 into t. So we'll get then t is equal to 19.6 divided by 9.8, and that is 2 seconds. So the time that is elapsed between the point where the velocity of the body is twice the horizontal component of the velocity is 2 seconds. So option C is the correct option over here. Next question. This is the sixth question which we have. A body is projected at time t is equal to 0 from a certain point on a planet's surface with a certain velocity at a certain angle with the planet's surface. Assume horizontal and vertical displacements are given, vary with time, x is given, y is given, the maximum height attained by the body is. I think we did this same problem. So this is the homework problem, right? This is the homework problem. Try to solve. You have to just compare this with u cos theta into t, and this with u sin theta into t minus 1 by 2 at squared. I think we took the same problem, right? Then to try to solve this, and whatever answer you will get, just comment in the comment box. Sure. Next problem, seventh one. A particle is thrown vertically upward from the top of the tower of height 80 meter. It reaches the ground in 8 seconds. Then initial velocity we want, highest position we want, displacement we want, overall displacement we want. Okay. So over here, a particle is thrown from the top of the tower vertically upward, supposed to be. Okay, and it reaches the ground in 8 seconds. So time is given 8 seconds. This is height of the tower is given 80 meter. So what is the initial velocity we want? Okay, so we have displacement of a ball is minus 80 meter, because initial position is this one, final position is this one. Then we have time is 8 seconds, initial velocity we want, and the acceleration we have is minus 10 meter per second squared. Now put in this formula by second kinematical equation. By second kinematical equation, will have s is equal to ut plus half at squared. So you will get s is minus 80 is equal to ut. U we want t is 8 plus 1 by 2 into 10 into minus 10 actually into t squared as in 64. So if you just solve this, minus 80 is equal to 8u minus this is 32 as in 320. So you will get 8u is equal to 320 minus 80. So u we have is 40 minus 10, that is 30 meter per second. So first option is the correct option. The initial velocity of the particle is 30 meter per second upward. True. Now the highest position of the particle is at height 125 meter above the ground. So firstly we'll calculate h max above the tower, which is u squared divided by 2g. What is u squared here? It is 900 divided by 20. So this get cancelled. It is 45 meter. So the total height, the maximum height attained by this projectile is 80 plus 45, and that is 125 meter. 125 meter, and they gave 125 meter. Yes, B also correct. Now see, the displacement traveled by particle in 4 seconds is 40 meter. Okay, now in 4 meter we want what is called as the displacement. So in 4 seconds, what is the displacement? S is equal to ut plus half at squared. 30 into 4 plus 1 by 2 into minus 10 into 4 squared 16. So we have, this is 120 minus 80, so which is equal to 40 meter, and yes, correct it is. C also correct. And the overall displacement of particle is 80 meter downward. Initial position is this one, final position is this one. 80 meter in which direction? Downward direction. So D also correct option. So I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. So this is the 7th question which we have. Now the 8th question, the path of projectile is represented by y is equal to ax minus bx squared. Then which of the following is correct? Okay. So see here, as path is given y is equal to ax minus bx squared, we can compare it with the equation of trajectory, and that is x tan theta minus gx squared divided by 2u squared cos squared theta. And if you just compare it with this, you will get tan theta as a, and b is nothing but g divided by 2u squared cos squared theta. Now check whether a by b you will get it as a range. Then a by b, if you do, you will get tan theta divided by g into 2u squared cos squared theta. So if you just expand this tan theta, you will get sin theta divided by cos theta into g into 2u squared cos squared theta. So this get cancelled, and as you can see over here, we have a by b is equal to 2u squared sin theta into cos theta divided by g, and this is the expression for the range. So whenever they gave a divided by b for a given expression, you will get what is called as the range. So range of the projectile is given by a by b, that is the correct option. And what is the maximum height reached by it? Maximum height reached by it is maximum height will be a square divided by 4b. It is not a by 4b squared. A square divided by 4b. How? So see here, it is tan square theta divided by 4 times what is b? It is g divided by 2u squared cos squared theta. Now denominator is denominator in the numerator. So you will get a square divided by 4b is equal to tan square theta is nothing but sin square theta divided by 4 cos square theta into, this is g is already there, into 2u squared cos square theta. So this get cancelled. We'll have then, this is 2's, so we have u squared sin square theta divided by 2g. So this is the expression for maximum height. So for maximum height, we have a square divided by 4b. Do remember this, right? So these two formulas are very important. For range, we have what is called as the a by b. For maximum height, we have a square by 4b. And the relation between the range and maximum height, if you want, you can remember in this manner. It is r tan theta is equal to 4h. Ratan chor hai, right? This is Ratan, this is chor, this is hai, right? So you will remember forever this one, right? So r tan theta is equal to 4h. Okay, next one we have now the 9th and 10th. As you can see over here, a particle is thrown from a ground in a vertical plane at an angle given. If the point of projection is origin, then the particle will cross a point P with the coordinate given. Find initial velocity of the projection. Okay. So over here, always use, whenever this is given, always use the equation of trajectory. What is the equation of trajectory? By equation of trajectory, we can conclude that it is y is equal to x tan theta minus gx squared divided by 2u squared cos squared theta, right? So what is y and what is x over here? See, y is 5 by 2, x is 5, tan theta minus gx squared as in 5 only, so 5 squared divided by 2u squared cos squared theta. Now they gave theta as 45 degree, angle of projection theta as 45 degree. Put in this expression, you will get 5 by 2 is equal to 5 tan theta is 1 minus g 5 squared divided by 2u squared into cos squared theta is 1 by 2. So 2 get cancelled. Now this 5 and this 5 get cancelled. We'll have 1 by 2 minus 1 is equal to minus 5g divided by u squared. So you will get from this 1 divided by 2 is equal to 5g divided by u squared. So if you just calculate now, u squared is equal to 10g, which is 100. So what is the initial velocity of projection? It is 10 meter per second, isn't it? It's very simple, right? It is 10 meter per second. So option A is the correct option. Find the velocity at point P. Now we want what is the velocity at point P. Okay, so how to calculate the velocity at point P? See, we have over here the horizontal direction velocity, and that is u cos theta. So u x we have, and that is u cos theta. U we have is 10 into cos theta is 1 by root 2. So ux will always be 5 root 2 meter per second. Now how to calculate this ux will be the vx, right? 5 root 2 meter per second. Now how to calculate the velocity at what is called as the 5 comma 5 by 2 in the vertical direction. Okay, now to calculate the velocity in the vertical direction, now what I'll do is I'll take the displacement in the vertical direction as, and it is given how much y, that is 5 by 2 meter. Okay, and initial velocity in the vertical direction is 5 root 2 meter per second, and acceleration in the vertical direction is minus 10 meter per second squared. Okay, so initial velocity we have, final velocity we want. So put in the formula, and what is that formula? Third equation, vy squared is equal to uy squared plus 2 into ay into sy. So over here vy squared we want is equal to uy squared as in 50 plus 2 into minus 10 into sy we have is 5 divided by 2. So if you just calculate this now, vy squared is equal to, this is 2 get cancelled, so 50 minus 50, which is equal to 0. So vy we have is 0 meter per second. So the final velocity in the y direction we have is 0 meter per second. Indicates what? It is only the horizontal direction velocity is present, and that is 5 root 2 meter per second in what direction. So v net I'll write over here, which is equal to vx in I hat plus vy in j hat. So v net is equal to, what is vx over here? It is 5 root 2 in I hat, 0 in j hat. So answer for this question is 10 divided by root 2 I hat only. So that is the option C. So I hope all these questions are clear to you all. If anyone has any doubt, they can always comment in the comment box. I'll try to reply to that comment as soon as possible. Thank you so much.